Hey you guys, we are starting a brand new week of DGP. This is our fifth one. It is the week of September 28th. And our sentence this week reads, I read the history of the Olympics on Tuesday. So for our first day, or like our red day is what it says on your worksheet, we're just finding the different parts of speech. Now, you'll notice that there's a hint over here for you guys that ties into this word right here, these words right here, the history of the Olympics. Well, that will all be one part of speech, and that's why there is an excessively long yellow bar above those words. In this case, the history of the Olympics is the name of a book. How did I know that? I know that because I read it. So just like always, we want to start by finding our nouns and verbs in our sentence. In this case, we have, I want to say 2.5 nouns. I know that sounds kind of bizarre, but let's leave this word I alone for just a minute, and let's find our other 2 nouns, and then we'll find our verb. So just as a refresher, nouns are people, places, things, ideas, animals. So in this case, our book, The History of the Olympics, that's a thing. So we need to decide, is it going to be a common noun, just general book, or is it a proper noun, meaning it's a specific title of a book? And in this case, The History of the Olympics is a title of a specific book, so it will be a proper noun, and we will notate that with a capital N. And I'm actually just going to align mine in the center so it looks less silly. All right, that takes care of one of our nouns. We have one more in this sentence, and that is the word Tuesday. Again, we need to decide, is Tuesday a common noun, just generally any day, or is it a proper noun, meaning a specific day? And kind of how I like to remember this as well, it's going to be a proper noun because I capitalized Tuesday, something we learned many, many years ago. So Tuesday is going to be a proper noun for us, so we will use a capital N. And I'm not sure if you guys have caught on, but the proper nouns use a capital N because we capitalize those words. Okay, so that takes care of my 2 just 100% just nouns. Now over here, the word I. I is a noun. It's a person, and nouns are people, place, things, ideas, animals. However, it is actually going to be a pronoun. So let's look at our big scary packet for just a moment. So right here on day 1 notes, it's just right underneath nouns. And pronouns take the place of a noun. So rather than saying, Mrs. Forsman read the history of the Olympics on Tuesday, I use the word I to take the place of the noun Mrs. Forsman. These are words like I, he, she, they, takes the place, or it just takes the place of a noun. So you guys only, because you're online, you guys have this set of big scary packet notes. The ones that the students have like an extensive list of different types of pronouns. And in 4th grade, we don't really dive into the different types of pronouns. That's not in the scope of things we cover in 4th grade. So for our sake, we are just going to call it a short for pronoun. Okay, that takes care of our, what I'm calling 2.5 nouns, I guess. So next we're going to find our verbs. So there are 3 types of verbs. We have action verbs, linking verbs, and helping verbs. We've really only discussed action or linking verbs thus far this year. And our verb for today is the word read. And read is going to be an action verb because it's something we can physically do. I can physically read something, or I could observe somebody else reading something. So if it's something your body can physically do, it is going to be an action verb, which we will notate with AV. Now finally we have our word on. And this one, if you go to your big scary packet, you should be able to find it. You know how sometimes they'll list like some examples of them, like articles. It's got articles there. There's a long list of prepositions there. It's got different types of conjunctions. Well, you should be able to find on this first page of your day one notes. And it is right. Ooh, well, I should have a comma there. That might help. Boom, right there. It is. The word on is a preposition, and if we think back to our discussion last week of prepositions and kind of relating them to like our relationship to the mountain, I can be on the mountain, so on is going to be a preposition, which we will notate with P-R-E-P. Oops. All right, once you fill out your red day on your worksheet, just hang on to it and we'll go through the other days through the rest of the week. All right, y'all have a good one. Bye.